Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it. And if you want to, subscribe to the page and just tune in what we got going on. Well, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I'm not really into politics. I think politics is a joke at this point on a national level, because at the core of it all, it's always going to be someone who's just not really going to give an interest about the general minorities of the country that's going to be in power. And they're always going to just do something that caters to someone else. It never caters to like the general public most of the time. So that's why I don't really bother with politics. But anyhow, the thing is, we all know that Trump, he got acquitted. Although he did get impeached, he got acquitted. And I honestly saw it happening. Because Trump is, just basically part of, I want to say like a plan. So if he was basically impeached and removed from office, that plan would pretty much fold. And the people who want that plan to succeed, they weren't going to let it fold, And so that's why you still see him here. But, and I think this plan really has a very sinister thing going on, because here's the thing. He's made more travel bans. He's made travel bans to now Nigeria, Eritrea, Sudan, Tanzania, I want to say Kyrgyzstan, and Myanmar. And what that means is that they can't get certain kind of visas, meaning they probably can't get a student visa, meaning they probably can't get a working visa. They can still get a tourist visa though. And with these travel bans that he makes, it's pretty much I want to say a xenophobic type thing. You know what I mean? It's not only xenophobic, it's basically almost downright fascist. Because at the end of the day, if you really want to do the history of America, America don't belong to the people who are running America right now. If you really want to be serious, America belonged to, the Native Americans, but unfortunately they were killed off for the most part. And the Native Americans who do exist right now, they're so traumatized. They have generational trauma that they can't really move forward, and actually make a push to take back what was once theirs. So for him to do that, it's like he's basically he's looking at certain people as being below, like, I want to say just below what quote unquote American values are, because part of American values is life, liberty, freedom, and justice for all. It's in the Pledge of Allegiance, and part of justice for all is allowing people who do contribute to this society to come. The Nigerians I know, most of them are doctors, okay? Most of them are professors. Most of them have businesses, you know? Most of them are doing something constructive in the country. You know, there are a couple of bad apples who do the 419 scam, but for the most part, most are involved in something good. Same with Sudanese. The Sudanese I know are engineers. The Sudanese that I know are doctors as well. The Sudanese I know have businesses. And the same goes for the Eritreans as well. You know, and so what I think it is that he does this to these countries that, you know, can't do anything. I want to say that won't allow him to do certain things in their country, because you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't he make a ban on Saudi people when Saudi Arabia basically is the numero uno in financing terrorism around the world? Like, why wouldn't he ban them? You know what I mean? I don't remember Eritrea financing terrorism or anything like that, you know? And so that just goes to show you what type of speed he's on, you know? And so, you know, it's just really kind of sad. And then when you look at him banning Tanzania, I don't remember Tanzania having any problems. You know, the last time I checked, Tanzania was pretty cool as of right now. And Zanzibar is one of the main attractions for people to go to. So it's like really kind of like odd that this guy is, it's not odd. I guess you can say it should be expected, but it's just like really kind of weird that, you know, he adds these countries to the travel ban, you know. In addition to citizens from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, Venezuela, and North Korea. So he's adding more people, you know. And the only reason why these countries would be able to like get a visa or something like that is if they're going to basically, if this country can make money off of them. You know what I mean? Or if this country, or if they're involved in a firm in this country that they can capitalize off of. You know, meaning the powers that be here. And so yeah, man, I just at this point, like, I never even really mentioned or talked about Trump that much, but all I do know is that dude is not my president at all. And if he was in my face, I would spit on him and I would give him the finger as well. And the thing is, with him in power, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's made a lot of his people more bolder. And you know, I'm gonna say this to them: if you can try me if you want to, but I'm gonna let you know that I tested a couple of jaws of you guys trying me, you know, because you think because he's doing this that it's gonna like that you can say and do these things, but it's not gonna work with me, you know. And what I suggest for us who are here as immigrants and stuff like that, or just as minorities in general, is that you know, basically mobilize and get into some grassroots situations where we can like carve our own space, and that our own space can have the resources available for situations like this, you know. because they're not going to provide the resources for things like this, because you know maybe some people's families are affected from this ban and stuff like this. So like they need a space for them to like basically deal with it, in the best way possible. You know, we got to make preparations, and I think with this being said, um, I think with this situation happening, that this should be assigned to us, even if our country isn't on the travel ban, that we have to prepare steps ahead of this guy. You know, that's the thing. That's why I believe. And that's a reminder to myself too. It's just to be steps ahead of these people. You know, I think it's the only way to like guarantee that we'll be okay. It's by staying steps ahead. So I look at him, I look at what he's doing, and I realize that my country could be next. You know what I mean? And granted, I've been in the United States for some time now, very long. The situation remains. I'm still an immigrant. You know what I mean? And it's just like we just gotta look at it that you know the way I look at us being here is we just are kind of behind like enemy lines, and we have to move smart behind these lines, and that utilize what's available to us so we can not only move smart but build something that can basically allow us to have like a political outlet. You know what I mean? Because like as minorities, I don't believe that voting for a Democrat or a Republican is really going to be in our best interest, because they both have the same goals. They just have different ways of reaching those goals, and they both have the same philosophies, but just have different ways of reaching those philosophies, And so, yeah, that's how I feel about this whole situation, I wonder why he won't ban the real terrorist states, though. That's the main thing I wonder, Well, I know why. I can answer that, my own question, basically, because he's in bed with the terrorists, that's why. And I think another reason why these bans are taking place is it has to do with the United States military presence in these countries. They want to push a bigger presence in these countries, and some of these countries are saying, nah, we don't want you to build a base or have a base in these places, and so I think this is a response to that. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what I believe personally. But anyhow, it's still F Donald Trump, F people who support him, and as I speak, the middle finger is pointed at a picture of him right now. You know what I mean? And that's how my feelings are gonna be, and that's how they'll stay. But I truly believe that the Most High does things by design, and so there's even a reason for this madness. There's a reason why certain people that don't need to have power, you know? And we just have to accept it that sometimes, and we may not understand why they have power at the time, but, it's just something we have to accept. And it'll unfold, soon enough. But anyhow, that's all I got for now, guys. Full of signing out. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. And John.